Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever, coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on a Gemini Jets Delta Airbus A330-900NEO new engine option jetliner aircraft featuring the high-tech Sharklet wingtip devices in their current livery scheme and a 1/200 scale model. I pre-ordered and purchased this model from Easy Toys, and their website address is www.easytoys.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular aircraft model, please allow me to share with you some information about the history of Delta Airlines and how they actually came about as an airline carrier. Delta is an American-based airline carrier that was founded on March 2, 1925 as Huff Doll Industries Incorporated in Macon, Georgia. Then the company moved to Monroe, Louisiana in the summer of 1925 as the Huff Doll Industries Corporation was officially incorporated as Delta Air Service on December 3, 1928. Then officially commenced operations on June 17, 1929 and was officially incorporated as Delta Air Corporation on December 31, 1930 and officially relocated its corporate headquarters to Atlanta, Georgia sometime in 1941 and operated under the Delta Air Corporation name up until 1945, when the name was eventually changed to what has become known to the world today as Delta Airlines, as Delta Airlines will officially achieve a prestigious milestone of becoming the 8th airline carrier in the history of aviation to celebrate its 100th anniversary on March 2, 2025, as Delta is currently the 8th oldest operating airline in the world, based on foundation date after KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, Avianca, Qantas, Aeroflot Russian Airlines, Czech Airlines, Finnair, and Tajik Air respectively. However, Delta is still considered the oldest operating airline still operating in the United States of America today, as Delta is also the largest operating airline in the world when measured in terms of generated revenue, asset value, and market capitalization, as well as the second largest operating airline in the world when based in terms of fleet size, scheduled kilometers flown, as well as the number of passengers carried. Whereas the corporate headquarters of Delta, along with its main hub and base of operations, is located on the grounds of Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport, which is located approximately 10 miles south of the downtown district section of Atlanta, Georgia. Delta also has operational hubs that's located at Boston Logan International Airport, located in the Boston suburb of Winthrop, Massachusetts, Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport, located in the Detroit suburb of Romulus, Michigan, Los Angeles International Airport, located in Los Angeles, California, Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport, located in Minneapolis, Minnesota, John F. Kennedy International Airport, located in Jamaica, Queens, New York, LaGuardia Airport, located in East Elmhurst, Queens, New York, Salt Lake City International Airport, located in Salt Lake City, Utah, and Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, located in Seattle, Washington. And the focus city hubs of Delta are located at Austin-Bergstrom International Airport, located in Austin, Texas, Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport, located in Boone County, Kentucky, and Raleigh-Durham International Airport, located in Cedar Fork Township, Wake County, North Carolina. And at the time of this video review posting, Delta currently flies to 325 destinations in 52 countries worldwide on 6 inhabited continents, as Delta is one of 10 airlines to own this actual distinction of permanently flying to all 6 inhabited continents, along with Air Canada, Air China, British Airways, Emirates, Korean Air, Qantas, Qatar Airways, Turkish Airlines, and United Airlines respectively, with an operating fleet of 987 aircraft, which includes 70 Airbus A330s, in which 11 of those are the Airbus A330-200s, 31 of those are the Airbus A330-300s, and the remaining 32 are the next generation Airbus A330-900NEOs, new engine option jetliner aircraft, including this one you're looking at here. And in addition to the 987 aircraft that currently operates in Delta's fleet, Delta also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 293 more aircraft That includes 7 more of the next generation Airbus A330-900NEOs, new engine option Jetliner aircraft, and those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. Also, at the time of this video review posting, Delta is one of 146 airlines in the world of aviation that currently operates as a certified 3-star airline carrier according to the international airline review firm Skytrax Magazine, and the Airbus destination code for Delta on this particular aircraft is 41. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box, and what you see is the engraved gold Gemini 200 at the top on the left side, the Delta Airlines corporate logo, the Delta billboard title, the SkyTeam logo, the computer-generated picture of the aircraft type, the 1/200 scale die-cast model aircraft, as well as the item number information you see at the front of the box. Now you're looking at the back of the box, and what you see is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, some more important information on the left side of the box, as well as the social media pages of Gemini Jets. You can pause and read that information if you like. In the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving, all right? All right, now you're looking at the top of the box, and what you see is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, then the adult collectible model and warning information, as well as the item number information you see at the top of the box. Now you're looking at the bottom of the box, and all you see pretty much is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal. All right, now you're looking at the left side of the box, and what you see is the engraved gold Gemini 200 decal, the 1/200 scale die-cast model and item number information, the computer-generated picture of the aircraft, as well as the aircraft type on the left side of the box. And finally, looking at the right side of the box, it's pretty much the same information on the left side of the box I showed you earlier on, all right? All right, now look at the actual model stand that actually came with the model. See how strong and sturdy that sounds off? It's pretty strong and sturdy too. And then you see the top of the model stand. You see that little black pattern there, folks? The sole purpose of this black pattern is not only to protect your model, it also prevents it being damaged or scratched if and when you decide you want to put your aircraft model on this particular model stand, okay? Now looking at this plastic bag, and what you see inside this plastic bag are the actual gear replacement doors, featuring the 2 little toothpicks for these gear replacement doors, which will substitute the gears on this aircraft model. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors on this particular aircraft model, okay? Alright, with all that information out of the way about the history of Delta Airlines, how they actually came an airline carrier, plus all the details around this whole entire box, plus the actual model stand that came with the aircraft model, as well as the gear replacement doors inside that plastic bag. With no further ado, everyone, here is the actual aircraft model out of the packaging box. Check it out. There it is, everyone. The Gemini Jets Delta Airbus A330-900NEO new engine option Jetliner aircraft, featuring the high-tech Sharklet wingtip devices in their current livery scheme and a 1/200 scale model. Alright everyone, allow me to share with you some information about the Delta Airbus A330-900NEO new engine option Jetliner aircraft and how it became a part of the fleet, as well as a game changer for Delta as we speak. Atlanta, Georgia-based Delta Airlines officially became the actual launch customer of this particular aircraft variant, the next generation Airbus A330-900NEO new engine option Jetliner aircraft. And although Delta Airlines officially became the actual launch customer of this particular aircraft variant, Delta Airlines actually became the 5th global operator recipient overall after TAP Portugal, HiFly, Air Mauritius, and Azul Brazilian Airlines respectively, as well as the North American launch operator that acquired this prestigious state-of-the-art next-generation aircraft, as Delta took delivery of its first of 39 of the next-generation Airbus A330-900NEOs new engine option Jetliner aircraft that Delta had placed orders for back on November 24, 2014, and received their very first next-generation Airbus A330-900NEO new engine option Jetliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number November 401 Delta Zulu, which happened to be this aircraft you're looking at here, at a special delivery ceremony that was held at the Airbus Delivery Center facility, which is located in Toulouse, France on May 23, 2019. Whereas Delta Airlines' first inaugural flight on this particular aircraft actually took place 7 weeks later on July 15, 2019. And that's when Delta Airlines officially began utilizing this aircraft on their Seattle to Shanghai Pudong route, then was later utilized on international routes to Seoul Incheon and Tokyo Narita shortly thereafter, replacing the Boeing 767-300ERs that was previously utilized on these particular routes as Atlanta, Boston Logan, Detroit Metro, Los Angeles, Minneapolis, St. Paul, New York JFK, Salt Lake City, and Seattle Tacoma has since become the primary gateway bases for this particular aircraft type, with the lion's share of their Airbus A330-900NEOs operates mostly out of their Seattle Tacoma International Airport hub in Seattle, Washington. Delta Airlines has ordered a total of 39 of the next generation Airbus A330-900NEOs to add to their fleet. And at the time of this video review posting, only 32 are currently operating in service, while the remaining 7 are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery, as this aircraft has since become one of the official flagship jetliners for the Atlanta, Georgia-based airline carrier, as this aircraft is mostly utilized on their medium to long-haul transatlantic routes, as well as select routes between the west coast of the United States of America and Asia respectively, as this aircraft is destined to become the aircraft that will ultimately replace the carrier's aging fleet of Boeing 767-300ERs, as well as some of their older Airbus A330s eventually sometime in the foreseeable future, as Delta is currently the world's largest airline operator of this particular aircraft type variant at the time of this video review posting. Now let's talk about the livery scheme on this aircraft. This is Delta's current livery scheme, which is actually called Upward and Onward. This livery scheme was actually introduced on April 30, 2007, after the airline emerged from bankruptcy restructuring, as this livery continued to honor Delta's past heritage, while at the same time reflecting a modern look for an airline that is totally focused on the overall experience. So, with all that information out of the way about this particular aircraft, which is coming a game changer for Delta and how it became a part of their fleet, as well as the livery that's pretty unique on this aircraft. With no further ado, everyone, let us get down to the nitty-gritty and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side. We're going to start at the front of the aircraft as always. You see the front nose landing gears here, the landing gear struts, the landing gear door featuring the ETOPS information and the 3401. And then you see the Peter tubes and the static ports, what have you, the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, and then the customized cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those details later on in the model review. But more important, you see the 3401, the number that's displayed on the nose gear door right here. 3401 is the actual fleet number for this particular aircraft, as this particular aircraft number can also be visibly seen on the tail fin of the aircraft. I'm going to show you that later on, okay? But come up here between the cockpit windows and the L1 entrance door is the SkyTeam logo, which happened to be this logo you're looking at right here. And Delta became a member of the SkyTeam Alliance along with Aero Mexico, Air France, and Korean Air as one of the 4 founding members on June 22, 2000, which consists of 19 airline members from 5 inhabited continents. And then you see the little decals next to the L1 and the L2 entrance door. I'm going to try to bring it up a little closer and let y'all get a better visual view of those decals, okay? All right, this little decal you're looking at here, that is called the most awarded airline at hashtag Delta Proud decal, all right, which is displayed next to the L1 and the L2 door. And this particular decal indicates that Delta has become recognized as the most awarded airline in the United States of America by Fortune Magazine, Glassdoor, U.S. News, Traveler, Business Travel News, Business Travel Awards, The Points Guy, OAG Punctuality Lead, The First Company, CR Magazine, and Air Cargo Excellence, which is actually based on airline performance, consistency, diversity, as well as leadership. Okay? We're still at the front of the aircraft here on the port side, and right next to the Delta billboard title is the red rigid logo, which is displayed right here. This is Delta's current logo, and the modern updated three-dimensional red widget logo was unveiled and introduced on April 30th, 2007, the same day that Delta emerged from bankruptcy restructuring, and at the same time continuing to honor the heritage of the most famous version of the Delta widget logo that was actually introduced in 1959. All right, we're at the center of the aircraft underneath the wings, and behind these engines are the landing bogey gears you see here, which include the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear door. But more important, these nice looking engines right here. These are the Rolls-Royce Trent 7000-72 turbofan type engines that are actually used on this particular Delta next generation Airbus A330-900NEO new engine option jetliner aircraft. You also see the engine cones right there, which is very realistic in detail you see there. Now we're going to turn this aircraft model around, and we're going to actually find out if the turbofan blades do spin on this aircraft. All right, let's check it out. All right, now looking at the front of the engines here on the port/left side, we're going to see if these fan blades actually spin. Let's check it out. Okay, so far so good. All right. And then you see the inboard landing light right there, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears you see back here, which include the landing gear struts, as well as the actual landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the engines on the starboard/right side of the aircraft. Let's see if the fan blades spin as well. All right, perfect. And you see the inboard landing lights over here as well as the front visual view of the landing gears you see back here, which includes the landing gear struts, as well as the actual landing gear doors. Okay. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft. You got a better visual of these customized cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the radome nose cone, the front nose landing gear doors, the landing gear lights inside of the landing gear doors, the landing gear struts, as well as the front visual view of the front nose landing gears. Okay. All right, now you're looking at the wingtip device on the port side of the aircraft, featuring the red navigation light you see right there on the edge of the wing right before you get to the wingtip device. And these highly advanced wingtip devices are actually called the Sharklets. And the sole purpose of these Sharklet wingtip devices is that they're actually designed to enhance payload range performance, resulting in reducing fuel consumption, which will result in improving better fuel efficiency, better climb performance for this aircraft, as well as improve aerodynamics at the same time. And now you're going to see these wingtip devices at a front angle. Check this out. All right, now you're looking at the Sharklet wingtip devices from the front view angle, okay? All right, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, and what you're looking at right next to the registration ship number is the actual American flag decal, which happens to be this decal you're looking at right here. And this flag decal actually represents the country where Delta currently operates from as one of the major flag carrier airlines of the United States of America. And right next to the American flag decal is the actual registration ship number, November 401 Delta Zulu, which happened to be this number information right there. Registration ship number, November 401 Delta Zulu. This particular aircraft is actually the very first of 39 of the next generation Airbus A330-900NEO new engine option jetliner aircraft that actually entered the Delta fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on May 7, 2019 and was officially delivered to Delta on May 23, 2019. All right, we're still at the back of the aircraft here on the port/left side, and what you're looking at is the tail fin of the aircraft, and on the top part of the tail fin of the aircraft is the actual fleet number that I mentioned earlier. And then looking at the Delta logo that's also displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft, which is happening to be this logo right here. The Delta logo that's displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft, it actually symbolizes this iconic logo pointing in a northwest direction due to the airline's merger with Northwest Airlines, which officially took place on October 29, 2008. All right, now you're looking at this aircraft from the rear view angle, and what you're looking at is the APU, which literally stands for Auxiliary Powered Unit Exhaust Hole. There's the actual hole right there, as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle as well. Let's check it out. There it is. Voila. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard/right side of the aircraft. We're going to start at the front as always. You see the front nose landing gears on this side, the landing gear struts, the landing gear door featuring the E-tops as well as the fleet number information. See the pitot tubes and the static ports, the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the customized cockpit windows, the Sky Team logo, the Delta billboard title, the Delta web widget logo, as well as the front cargo containing loading door you see at the front of the aircraft. Now you're looking at the center of the aircraft underneath the wings, where you're looking at the Rolls-Royce Trent 7000-72 turbofan type engine featuring the engine cones right there, as well as the side visual view of the landing bogie gears, which include the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the Sharklet wingtip devices on this side of the aircraft, including the green navigation light you see on the edge of the wing right next to the Sharklet wingtip device, as well as the Sharklet wingtip devices being displayed from the front view angle. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the rear cargo containing loading door, the AFT boat bin door, the American flag decal, the registration ship number, November 401 Delta Zulu, as well as the tail fin of the aircraft featuring the Delta logo and the fleet number as well. Check it out. There you have it. Alright, before I show you this aircraft model from the area bird's eye view as well as the undercarriage belly view in full detail, please allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. Let's see how it rolls. Oh, it rolls pretty good so far. It does tilt, as you can see there, and the front nose landing gear swivel as well, as you can see there as well. So, with that being said, let's check this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front of the aircraft as always, where you see the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the customized cockpit windows. You see the top here, you see a high frequency antenna. You see the Delta billboard tiles and the logos on both sides. The anti-collision beacon light, the satellite communications antenna, that's just for Wi-Fi and internet and all that good stuff. A couple more high frequency antennas. And then the tail fin of the aircraft, as well as the horizontal stabilizer feature little dots right there, as well as over here as well. Those little dots you see on the horizontal stabilizer, they're actually called illuminator lights, and the sole purpose of those illuminator lights that it actually uses to light up the tail fin here while it flies during nighttime. Now let's check out the wings. No wing walkway, but you got the engines right there featuring the engine strikes, and then the warning information as well as the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. No fuel dump valve. And then there's the new customized Sharklet wingtip device you see there. Now let's check out over here as well. No wing walkway. You see the top of the engine featuring the engine strikes, the warning information, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. No fuel dump valve on the side either. And then there's the Sharklet wingtip device you see there as well. Now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, was mostly blue and white. We're going to start at the front as always. See the radome nose cone, the A330-900 decal, that's the aircraft variant. You see the crew escape hatch door. You see the front nose landing gear doors as well as the front nose landing gears. And then we come up here where it's mostly blue from that point on. You see the high frequency antenna, the Delta billboard title and the corporate logo. See the anti-collision beacon light, the hole where the stand goes in at, a couple more high frequency antenna, the Gemini Jets decal, the pressure relief valve, and the APU housing door, as well as the horizontal stabilizers there. Now let's check out the gears on this side here as well. I got a little problem tilting, but it's okay. See the engines there, as well as the wings underneath, which includes the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you, as well as the outer part of the Sharklet wingtip device. Now let's check out over here. See the gears over here. A little problem tilting, but it's okay. You see the engines as well as the wings underneath, which includes the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. And the Sharklet wingtip device on this side of the aircraft as well. All right, since I showed you this aircraft model in its entirety from the aerial bird's eye view as well as the undercarriage belly view, now I'm going to put it on the actual model stand that actually came with the model you see there I showed you earlier. So with no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Check it out. All right, finally got this model on the stand with no problem, no hesitation. As you see it being displayed in the takeoff landing position. Now I'm going to let this model to rotate in a clockwise rotation, starting with the port side, then the tail cam angle, then the starboard side of the aircraft, then the front of the aircraft, then back to the port side. Let's check it out. All right, before I take this model off the stand, I got it at this angle for a reason, and the reason is the magnetic gears that came with this model. So I'm going to go ahead and take them all to see what I'm talking about. Let's start at the front nose landing gear first. That's magnetic. The gear here on the port side, that's magnetic as well. The gear here on the starboard side can be a little challenging. See, it's a little challenging. Okay, fine, got it off there. That's magnetic as well, all right? Now I'm going to let you see it at a different angle in flight mode position. Check it out. All right, now you see the model being displayed without the gears and the gears up position in flight mode position. Now you got one or two options how you want to display your model from this point on. If you choose to display it like that in flight mode, gears up without the gears position, that's fine. You see these gear replacement doors inside this plastic bag that I showed you earlier. That's the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors, to substitute your gears while you display your model like this in flight mode position. Or you can keep it in the gear down position. Gears up, gear down, that's your choice. I choose to keep the gears on mine because it actually adds value to the model. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model off the stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review, okay? All right, let's talk about the seating configuration. The Delta Next Generation Airbus A330-900NEO new engine option jetliner aircraft seats 281 passengers in a 4-class configured cabin layout. All right, everyone, here's the breakdown from rows 1 to 8, which will be from here to about right here. You have 29 Delta enclosed suites, rows 20 to 23, which will be from here to about right here. You have 28 premium select class seats, rows 30 to 36, which will be about from here to about right here. You have 56 Delta Comfort Plus class seats, and rows 37 to 58, which will be about from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have 168 main cabin / economy class seats, which brings a total of 281 seats. And finally, in addition to Shanghai Pudong as the official inaugurated flight destination on this particular aircraft, Delta currently employs this aircraft or have previously utilized this aircraft, the next generation Airbus A330-900NEO new engine option jetliner aircraft, on routes from Atlanta, Georgia to destinations such as Buenos Aires, Argentina, Boston Logan, Honolulu, Hawaii, Paris Charles de Gaulle, Rome Fiumicino, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Seattle, Washington, London Heathrow. They will begin using this aircraft on the route to Amsterdam Schiphol on June 1st, 2025. Athens, Greece, they'll begin using this aircraft on that particular route on May 8, 2025. Barcelona, Spain, they'll begin using this aircraft on that particular route on May 7, 2025. Los Angeles, California, Orlando, Florida, Detroit Metro, and New York JFK. From Boston Logan to Atlanta, Georgia, Amsterdam Schiphol, Athens, Greece, Paris Charles de Gaulle, Tel Aviv, Israel, Barcelona, Spain, which they officially began using this aircraft on May 22nd, 2025 on that route, and Milan Malpensa, which will begin using this aircraft on that particular route on May 23rd, 2025. From Detroit Metro to Amsterdam Schiphol, Atlanta, Georgia, Paris Charles de Gaulle, which will begin on June 2nd, 2025 to September 1st, 2025, Seattle, Washington, and Rome Fiumicino, which will begin on May 7th, 2025. From Los Angeles, California to Minneapolis, St. Paul, Atlanta, Georgia, London Heathrow, New York JFK, Paris Charles de Gaulle, and Tokyo Haneda. From Minneapolis, St. Paul to Los Angeles, California, Amsterdam Schiphol, Orlando, Florida, Paris Charles de Gaulle, Tokyo Haneda, and Tokyo Narita. From New York JFK to Accra, Ghana, Amsterdam Schiphol, Athens, Greece, Lagos, Nigeria, London Heathrow, Los Angeles, California, Milan Malpensa, Paris Charles de Gaulle, Seattle, Washington, Tel Aviv, Israel, Rome Fiumicino, Lisbon, Portugal, which will begin on May 9th, 2025, when they'll begin to use this aircraft on that particular route. Madrid, Spain, which will also begin using this aircraft on this particular route on May 9th, 2025. Buenos Aires, Argentina, Atlanta, Georgia, and Naples, Italy. From Orlando, Florida to Amsterdam Schiphol, London Heathrow, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Atlanta, Georgia. From Salt Lake City, Utah to Amsterdam Schiphol, London Heathrow, Paris Charles de Gaulle. From Seattle, Washington to Amsterdam Schiphol, Atlanta, Georgia, Detroit Metro, Honolulu, Hawaii, London Heathrow, New York JFK, Paris Charles de Gaulle, Seoul Incheon, Shanghai Pudong, Taipei Taiwan, Tokyo Haneda, and Tokyo Narita. Those are the routes. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting it. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend it. So with that said, take care, God bless, stay tuned. There's more model content coming.